Hello and welcome to the HTML5 tutorials for beginner, and this tutorial is for the absolute beginners where we will try to complete the crash course for HTML5. And if you are a complete beginner, then this video is going to be very useful to you. This HTML crash course will just make you jump directly to the HTML workflow. We will be going through all the basics and all the things to do in order to create the complete website in the core HTML. You are not going to have a series of theory and boring lectures. You will be directly go through the core points very fast. We will be going through the bunch of tags that are required in the HTML page. That can be head tag, table tag, form tag, script tag, image, object, list, link, and all, etc. etc. Also, if you are the beginner, then you will also have to know which software or which editor you need to use. So we will try to use the VS Code editor. So just go to the browser and type VS Code, and you will get the first link, and you can download based on your platform over here with the help of download link. So once you download and open the VS Code, you will get this welcome screen, and you can open the folder or file. Let's say I am selecting this HTML5 folder and opening it. You will get this view. I am closing this welcome window, and now I am on the folder HTML5. There can be lot many other softwares are also available to edit the HTML file or JavaScript file, but the ones that is free and open source and easy to use is Visual Studio Code that I am using right now. Now I'm going to add a new file, index.html. I'm just writing the text. This is the text to our web page, and trying to open this in browser. So you can see this particular text is available to your web page. You can use any browser like Firefox, Safari, Internet Explorer. Don't use the Internet Explorer, but it's better to use the Chrome browser. Let us start with all example in the Chrome browser. Now let me just try to put the window for coding as well as for writing the HTML code and viewing the output at the same time. Now let me just open and searching for anything that is containing on the simple HTML site. Let's say from the program. Now you can see there are a lot of texts that are simply built on the core HTML. If I am just clicking here and right click, then you can see it's a h1 tag. Now if I am cleaning this and applying from the program, then saving and refreshing, this is coming as like of this computer program that is in the bold. We will not using the CSS, that's why it looks some ugly. So this is how the tags will work in our complete program, and let us just start with giving the complete structure to our HTML so that we can go through all the tags, not just by theory. We will cover the theory part very little, but most of the focus will be on the implementation. First of all, let us say it's a doc type HTML, and then let me give head tag. Now save. So we have nothing right now, and inside of head tag let us try to give title tag. Let's say word tag tube. Now refresh, it is showing. You can say it's a word tag tube title showing in the browser tab. So till now we have given the tag for document type that will tell the browser to interpret correctly in the HTML format, and we have given the title tag that is showing in our browser tab. Another tag that is going to be most useful is the body tag that we are going to apply. And most of the thing that we are going to do is in our body tag. Let's say I am saying h1 tag, and inside this I am writing vertex tube side, so it is showing over here, and there can be 6 kind of headings, all are of same kind. You can see the h1 is a very heavy tag and the 6 is very tiny tag. So this is how we have given the header tag. And now the another thing that is very important in any programming language, that is the comment that can be given over here like this. I can say it's a header tag for the heading, and this is not interpreted by the browser and it has nothing impact with the output screen. Let me save and refresh. I am getting the same page that was earlier without writing the comment. So first of all, the HTML is not a programming language, it is the interpreted language, it is the markup language. And so for the comments is for the users that are writing the markup codes. This is for the general information for any particular area. Now I would like to write some paragraphs over here, so I am just going and writing some paragraph. Suppose that this is my first paragraph content, and I am just copy and paste. Now I am giving some space, and again this is my second paragraph content. So perfect. Let me see the output. So all the contents are merged in a single paragraph. So how I can write the paragraph that is given over here like this. This is the separate paragraph, this is the separate paragraph. So let me just right click and inspect the element. This is something written inside the p tag, that is the paragraph tag. So let me just add cut the all content, paste over here, cut and paste. Let's see. So now I have a separate 2 paragraphs by the use of p tag. So when I am here, I am just inspecting this element, I am getting this p tag. You can see it's a p tag that was applied to in order to create the paragraph. And in our page, when I am inspecting, it is showing the p tag. That's perfect. We are able to create the paragraph. So you have also the facility to write the dummy text that we have written, like this is my first paragraph content, this is my second paragraph content, and all. If I am just writing and lot and Just pressing the tab, it is creating me the dummy contents. Let me put that in. So saving and opening will create the new paragraph. So till now we have created the HTML page, installed the Visual Studio Code, and added the body tag, head tag, and paragraph tag. Now one most important thing that any developer should know when trying to develop some site or page with the help of HTML, then he must know to work with the developer tools and the console window and the source, network, element. Right now we are working with HTML. Let us start working with the change of element over here. If I am saying I am going to inspect this element, so what I am getting, suppose that from Wikipedia, it is saying from in Wikipedia. Now I am going to change this word tag tube for free. Now you can see it is getting changed. So this is how you can change a lot of things. Suppose that this is not computer program, this is computer program by word tag tube. So it is showing like this. Closing this and you can see your content has been reflected over here. In the same way you can go to your site and simply just go and change this is the main heading, and as soon as you focus out from here this will change over the page, but for temporary, once you again refresh the page it will come back to its original state. So you will not only consider for getting the tutorials done everything, you have to play with the sites, you have to play with the elements, you have to play with the console, source, and try to implement in an unstructured way and see what the output is going on, and what if you are applying the tag, inside the tag what are the tags. That's all, and you can apply based on your requirement. Now let us try to add the image to our HTML page. Right now we have added the text. Now let me add the image and see how we are able to add. We should have some image to your computer. Let's say I am going to download computer images and going to image. Let us download this. Just save this file. So perfect, we have this image. Let me try to add the image in the image format. Let's say, let me save this. This is coming in the format of JPEG. Let's say it's computer 001 and save. Now let me try to add this image to our HTML page. So all we have to use the image tag and we have to provide the source. It is showing the computer1.jpg because this is local to our computer. So let me just go ahead and add this file and open the browser. Refreshing will give you this particular image. So inside the source we are just passing the source object, that is our image, that can be local to your computer, or it can be coming from the browser or some other location. Let us say I am just copying the image address and going over here, let me just paste. Hope this image path is correct. This is too long. Let us just save and open. Yes, we are getting this image from that server path that we have given. So we have got the idea how we can apply the images. Let me just delete, and we are just focusing on the image that we have added. So right now, if there is something different image over here that the object we are not familiar with, then we have to apply some attribute which help us to know what kind of object this is. Let's say alternate text will be let me just give the random text and refreshing. So this is very useful for the people who can't see and they are just getting to know about that particular object with the help of the alternative description or the text that we apply. Or sometimes we have the slow connection in our internet. When the image object is not able to load, then this alternate text play the vital role. Suppose that I am saying the image is not able to load and I am just giving the wrong path. So you can see this is my computer from Vortex Tube. When the image is not getting loaded due to poor connection, or if some bad object has been applied, then this text will be shown. So before we further proceed, let us go through what we have created. We have used the tags image object and tell the browser that this is the document type HTML to interpret in the proper way. So we have not given this image tag the closing tag that we have given. Just like body, we have given the closing tag with slash tag name. It means you are just closing this tag working. If we have defined h1 and giving some data, then slash h1, this means this h1 tag has been closed. But these are the tags that have the closing tag, but some tags that don't have closing tags are like image, iframe, and lot many. You will get to know with your example. Now let me try to give some other attributes to this image object. Right now this is showing very long, very large. Let me try to give height property that will be 200 pixels and width equals to 200 pixels. Save and refresh the page. Now this is showing some small. That's perfect. Now let us try to give the link that will make us to navigate from one page to another. Let us suppose a href equals to the path where we want to jump. Let's say computer program, and here we have to give the path in order to navigate from one page to another. Over here you can see there are a lot of things. Source code is a link. If you will inspect, you can see it's a href that we have given. Now let's say I am just simply copying this path and pasting over here. Now let me try to run our page. So I am getting this link. You can see over here when I am clicking, it is navigating me to that particular path what we have given. So this is how we can give the link to our page. And what if I'm just giving the link address and anchor tag and not giving the text? Then what will happen? This will simply add the link but not to be appear in our page. So you have to add some text data over here in order to make it available in your web page. Now, did you notice the one thing when I am clicking over here, it is opening this page and leave our own website, own web page. So what if I want to make it open to some new tab? Then what I have to do, we have to do add target equals to blank. Now see, when I am clicking, it is opening the new tab for our anchor link. Again see, when I am clicking, it is going to open the new tab. And what if I want something in our page, like in between the text I want a link that can be clickable over here? So I just have to go and write, let's say href equals to this and vertex tube. No, I'm just using the same link, computer here, and I'm just copying the same href. Let me save and open. So you can see the link is over here when I am clicking. Let me give the target also. Target equals to blank. Now when I am clicking, so this is how we can create the something text like this. You have the bunch of text and the clickable links, so you can write it anywhere. You can have multiple links on the same paragraph. Now over here when I am clicking, I am navigating to the new page, so you can add the link to any place. So we have created the HTML page with title, head, body, p tag, heading tag, image, links. Now I want to have the list of items in my page that can be of any order. You can say it's an unordered list, so there is a tag available ul that is called unordered list and list item. Let's say I'm adding C language. So I have added so many items. Let's say C++, let's say Java, let's say JavaScript, let me say AngularJS, Angular 10. So a lot of items has been added. Save and open the file and clicking on refresh. Now you can see you are able to add the bulleted items over here, the list of items showing in this format. Now I am gonna add the ordered list. Just like I have added the unordered list, we have to use ol tag and then li. I am saying lot of items. Let me just add some So I have added some ordered item. Refresh and see, you can see it is starting with 1 and proceeding with the subsequent number. Now I want to separate this list, unordered list, with the ordered list. I can use HR. So this is simply creating an horizontal line in between the elements. Now let me just go and let me add the link to my videos. And opening this, so this is what I have got. Now I would like this particular video to be embedded. Let's say I am just clicking on share and adding the embed content, copying the content, let me just add over here this iframe and save and open in the browser. So you can see that particular video has been embedded with the help of this iframe, the singular tag, and you can go on and play over here. Now let me just go ahead and start writing the form. So for any website, for any web application, form plays a very vital role. For example, when you go to the Facebook, you will have the first page, that is the login. When you give the user ID or email ID and the password and you click on login, you just move to the home page. This is how the form action works. So when you just give this, it means just you are giving the action, the home of your web application, of your website. If I am giving about us, then it means your action is home, then about us. You want to directly open the about us page, and if you are giving this action, then you are going to the help page. And also there are some data that you need to be sent in order to perform some action, like your action page is, suppose that home, and you want to delete some data or to add some data. When you are going to create a new ID in Facebook, you just fill up the form, and the action is going to some page for the creating of account. And there are some methods that are like post. When you are trying to add something, then you need to give the method as post for that particular form. When you are trying to delete something, then you have to give delete. When you have to update something, then you have to give a put. And when you simply get the data, then you have to simply put up the method of the form action as get. And also in your form, there may be some fields that you can define. Let's say input type equals to text, a text box. I am saying the name is user, and I am saving. Refresh the page and you will get your text box. So this is your form with one input control, and the best practice is to use labels for the form control. Label for equal to, let's say I am having the control name user for, so this label is for user. I am saying it's a username label, and now let us use the div. That is the most efficient way in order to give the content. So we have this particular field for username and another field, let me say email, and this is for email, and let me give the name email. So we have two input field for the form, but still the action will not work with these input controls. You need to have the button. There may be general button or submit. You have to use the submit in order to perform the action. I have given the submit button, and let's say save and refresh this page. You will get the submit. If I want to change this button value that is coming by default submit, you can give whatever you want. Click to submit. So when I am simply submitting, it is trying to submit the data, but when you will actually work on the API and the server, then you will get to know how this data has been submitted and how we can utilize the submitted data. For now, let's say I am saying and when I am clicking on submit, it is submitting the data to this page with the data user equals to WTT and email equals to WTT at gmail.com. Now let me add the tabular data by defining a table in HTML. So let me go ahead and start writing for the table. We have the table tag. Then for the table we have the table header and the table body that contains the content. So we have to define table head and table body. Inside this, our first row will be the heading row. We have to create the row and add the header, table head. There we can define, let us suppose we have the input data for ID, name, email and address. Now let me define the body content. table data, let's say ID 1001, and the name is Sam. Email ID, and let's say address. This is the address. Just give it in a short way. Now save, and so now we have the table data over here with the heading and the tabular data. Now let us go ahead and add some further data. This is simply defining the table, and this is defining the table head, and this is defining table body. This is the single row, and this is something we can say table head, table row head, and this is table data, cell data that we are seeing. If you want to add further data, then you just go ahead and add further row. Save and open. You have now the two table row data. So we have completed body tag, we have written the header and some paragraph. An ordered list, and these are list items. This is ordered list, and form. Now let us try to add some different control in your form. So let me try to give the drop down option to the user. So here you have the option, that is the drop down menu. In the same way, you can go and search for different HTML input. There are so many types are available. If I am saying I want to add input type equals to checkbox and send me updates. So you can have this particular control. There are so many controls are available. For input type color, if you define, if you have given input type as color, then it will let you select the RGB combination of the color. And there are so many things: input type month, number, password. If you will give the input type password, then it will let you save or use the password type value. Now, what if my page has the contact us page and having the control? If somebody else is coming to your website and want to contact you, then he must have the ability to write or the place to write something. If I am giving the text area something like contact and this is of text type, then he has the ability to write something. But what if the content is going to hide after a certain way? Then we have the control, that is text area. You can define the message and the row and the column size. So this will provide you the area to write the long messages. So till now we have added the form controls, table and lot many things, and we have also used the functionalities provided by the Visual Studio Code IDE, that when I am giving like and pressing the tab, it is giving me the dummy data, and when I am saying I want to write any tag and simply pressing the tab, it is just autofill all the things. And sometimes we may forget to add the important things, Like in this tutorial we have forgot to add the HTML. So these are the basic mistakes that we can do. Now let us go and add one more file, that is my channel.html. And if you want to add the basic frame on the very start, then you just have to write doc and press the tab. It will give you the complete frame to write the HTML page. That will, from the very starting, the HTML tag and the head tag and some metadata contents that will be used for mobile. And here is your title. So now I have given the channel and I want to add an anchor tag. Let's say I am saying it go back, and inside our HTML page, let's say at the end I am adding my channel.html. I don't want to give the target and just providing the link to my channel. Let us run. This is the link. Now let me just put the link somewhere else above the table. So when I am clicking on my channel, I am just going to my channel page. And when I am clicking on go back, I am just coming back to my main page. So in this way we can also bind one page to another. Now, so till now we have created the pages that are interlinked to each other. From here we can go back to our main page. So what you have to do, you just have to think about the elements, the type of content that you are going to create in your web page. Let us say this is my page, and let me just copy the embedded part and I'm gonna paste this over here and I am saving. So this is what I am getting. Here, just after the video, you have this content. When I am inspecting, I am just getting the data. Let me just copy this content and come to our mychannel.html. Let me just give in small save and refresh the page. So I am getting the title that was there, and also here we have view count and the publish date. Let us go ahead and add so this is showing over here. So you can have the copy of your that video in your channel, and we have also add the views and the date. Let me just add the p tag, as here it is on the same line. Put that image in and let us see. So this is coming on the same line. We can add the little bit of CSS. Let's say image style equals to border radius. What if I am giving it the 50%? So this becomes something like this. Let me just write this content in the bold text. looks much better. Now let us try to add the footer part. So in this way we can create the basic pages. Maybe the center tag is no longer in use. You can also use the text align center by applying the style. So we have covered almost many things, from creating the web page for a static website and the things that are required in order to build up the website by using the forms, by using the controls, by using the table, images, iframe, anchor tag, and lot many things we have used, and we have also apply to jump from one page to another. And most of the things are simply depend on the practice that you do when you start building up the website. You just have to start thinking of the styles, the layout, the images, the links, the content, and after that when you have the complete set of things available, then you can go ahead and build up the complete site that have lot of pages, navigations, and so many stuffs. So when you give times and effort in learning the things, and when you actually come up with lot of things to be developed, then you can start building up and you can start actual working on the web development. And also it is not a good idea to just go and watch the 1 hour video or 2 hour video, or in just one day you want to be the master. You just have to keep on practicing the things, keep on looking into the new features, and keep yourself updated with the new technologies. So that's all. Thank you so much.